What's going on YouTube? It's Matty with FusaroFitness, and I got a review of a movie that I recently starred in, Generation Iron. After I posted a picture, people were asking me, what'd you think of it? Was it worth seeing? Give a little review. So, warning, I might spoil it a little bit. I'm going to try not to go into a lot of detail if you haven't seen the movie yet. But if you're worried at all about it, don't watch this video. I don't want to ruin the movie for you. Anyway, if you haven't seen Pumping Iron first, or if you've never heard of Pumping Iron, don't go see Generation Iron. Pumping Iron is a classic bodybuilding film from 1977 featuring Arnold Schwarzenegger, Lou Ferrigno, all the great bodybuilders of the 70s. It's a classic. It's the first real bodybuilding movie ever made, and you have to see that. This is supposed to be somewhat of a sequel to that movie, although it's years and years later. It's a new generation of bodybuilding. Obviously, camera quality has vastly improved since then, so it's nice to see these 3D characters in high definition. So it's just enjoyable to watch the movie. This is my review. Keep that in mind. My personal review. I enjoyed the movie. Some people might hate the movie. Some people might think it was boring, but if you follow the lifestyle at all, if you watch these guys on YouTube, if you've shaken one of their hands, taken pictures with them, go to the events like the Arnold Classic or the Olympia, you're probably going to want to see this movie and you're going to enjoy it. Now, there were a few things that I was somewhat disappointed about. I went into the movie expecting to see a real documentary about what their lives are about, what the training is really like, what the diet is really like. And a lot of the movie was just like watching a long motivational video on YouTube where you see them throwing weights around and eating their meals. I was looking for something that you can't see online. Footage that was completely unseen, although you do see some of that. If you stream the Olympia from 2012, you'll see a lot of that footage, the battle between Kai and Phil. But you didn't get to see the backstage stuff, which you do see in Generation Iron, which is very interesting to see what's going on backstage, what's going through the bodybuilders' heads and stuff like that. But as far as the training and diet aspect of it, you just don't see enough of it. You do see what's really cool is the background of some of their lives, like Kai Greene, who I have a lot of respect for. I think he's a great individual, very creative, just very unique. And he's from Brooklyn, my hometown, so that's always cool. But just a lot of stuff, if you just think Kai is just a guy that goes into the gym and throws weights around, he has different philosophies. He has a very artistic side. It's just interesting to see the life that he lives and where he comes from, not coming from money or anything like that, and the struggle that he dealt with. So that was the stuff I was interested in, seeing where they came from, how they got to where they are today. And like I said, you see a little bit of that, but just not enough in my own opinion. You see very little talk about the use of steroids and performance-enhancing drugs in the sport today. It's mentioned briefly, which I'm sure a lot of people are interested in what actually goes on with the drugs. Not that every bodybuilder is going to admit the drugs that they're taking, but you sort of want to see that when you go see the movie. Other than that, you get a very little bit of their training philosophies. You'll see some of the guys going to the gym, throwing around weights, not really caring about what's happening with their joints. And then you get the people like Ben Pakulski, who's in the science setting with Dr. Jacob Wilson wearing a lab coat, and they have him hooked up to machines, and every rep he does, they measure the stimulus, which is interesting, but they never actually talk specifics. They don't talk about what their training is really like. They don't talk about everything their diet consists of. And I believe that's what people are going to the movie to see. They want to know about the training philosophies, what exactly their regimen looks like. And they don't go into too much detail on that. Another thing I was a little bit disappointed is they don't even go into the scoring of how the Mr. Olympia was won, how Phil beat Kai, how the point system worked. I think that's another thing that people would be interested in, wondering why this person beat this person. Overall, it seems like Generation Iron is just mythologizing bodybuilders as these warrior-like athletes and entertainers, but they just don't go enough into the sport and their lives itself. I'm interested in like the science behind what they're doing and why they're doing it. I want to know what they went through. I want to know what their real life is like. Like I said, the majority of the movie was almost like a motivational movie of them lifting and training in the gym, but that's, I don't know, this is all just my opinion. I think they could have done a little bit of a better job, but overall, great movie. I do recommend going to see it, again, if you're interested in the lifestyle at all. And hopefully they do come out with more movies like this. Bodybuilding is not very big on the map, and I don't know if it ever will be, but in my opinion, it is interesting to see what people go through. And just the art of transformation and transforming your body, whether you use drugs or not, is interesting to me. So that's my own personal review. If you saw it, let me know down in the comments below what you thought of it, what they could have changed, what they could have made better. And if you want to do a video response, I don't even know if YouTube still allows that, but if they do, feel free to make a response to this video letting me know your thoughts. Anyway, sorry for rambling on. Hopefully you're still here watching this. And that's about it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you enjoyed it. And until next time, see you in the next video.